Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Veterans Growing America podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Donnell Johns, and I have an amazing guest today. So I have the U.S. Olympian wrestler, the two-time Marine best athlete, and the founder of Buddy Lee Jump Ropes, Mr. Buddy Lee himself. How you doing, my man?
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me, Robert. I'm doing great. What can I say? Um, I'm blessed. I got okay health, and I'm still doing what I love, and that's basically inspiring people across the planet.
That's amazing.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So you're on the Veterans Growing America podcast, and people want to know about your military experience and background. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, just once upon a time, it goes like this. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, and of course, I went to Old Dominion University as on a full wrestling scholarship. And I was ranked first and second in the nation my last year as a wrestler. I was recruited there for a wrestling scholarship and lost in the semifinals and lost that national title and took top seven. And I said to myself, I know I can win a national title. So at that time, the U.S. Marine national coach was dating a girl from my college, and he was in our wrestling room. And he said, buddy, if you don't go to graduate school, man, you might want to think about coming to the Marine Corps and train for the Olympics. I say, nah, it's okay. Then when I lost that NCAA national title, I say, hey, man, not be a bad idea because I could go into the U.S. Marines, and they had a national team. They were the national champions. They had Olympian. I say, life is about pursuing your dream. And so instead of going the officer route, I went enlisted. They said, we can't guarantee that you can wrestle if you go officer, but if you go enlisted, you can always do the ECP program. That was in 1983 and was the best thing I could have ever done in my life. Went into U.S. Marine Corps, Paris Island, just amazing outfit. And then from there, got out. They came to me and said, hey, you can have any duty station you want in the world. We bring you to the national team. And in 1983, after that year, I made the national team and I became 10-time All-Marine champion for the next 10 years. I won the Armed Forces National Championships 20 times. Now, I think about 18 times on the Armed Forces. Then I won the U.S. Open National Championship, Olympic Festival, Military World Champion. So I was able to fulfill my dream by going into one of the finest outfits, the U.S. Marine Corps. And what can I say? Thank you, U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you, Armed Forces, for making my childhood dream become a reality. And in 1992, I became a U.S. Olympian to represent the United States of America.
Wow. Hey, buddy, that's amazing, man. Just listening to your story and your passion. How did your military experience, on top of you being an athlete, influence your journey into entrepreneurship?
Well, I tell you what, people think that sports is just about movement, but there's a lot of intelligence going on. And when you're thinking about the military, they really teach you a lot about what teamwork is, working together as a team to accomplish the mission. And each individual, their performance is responsible to the whole. So I learned what teamwork was in the Marine Corps. I learned the importance of paying attention to details, being on time, preparation, mental toughness, believing in yourself. I got all that stuff from the military at the next level. So when I transitioned out into the real world, I was already prepared. I knew how to work hard. I knew how to work hard. I knew how to do the extra work. I knew about preparation, being consistent, committed, focused. And, being a Marine for 11 years, it taught me that I wanted to be my own boss when I completed my Marine Corps career. So I kind of prepared myself 2 to 3 years before to be my own boss. So when I was transitioning out in 93, by the time I got out, I was ready for everything. And I had a smooth transition into becoming my own boss for the past 30 years.
I love that. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your business and then what inspired you to start your business?
Well, I would have to say that a neighbor of mine introduced me to this simple, inexpensive piece of equipment called a jump rope as a kid, as a teenager. And I put that training technique into my wrestling training. And for the next 3 years in high school, I only lost one match. And then by the time I graduated, I had 15 scholarship offers. Kept that into my training, became two-time All-American for college, then went into the Marine Corps and won over 24 national titles and made 2 Olympic teams. That jump rope was the key to my success. It provided advantages in speed, quickness, agility, explosive power, conditioning. And every time before a match, I would jump rope. And I would do this high explosive stuff, like high intensity, and people would just clap and be wild by it. And I started winning national titles with it. And then after I would come off the mat, man, where can I get a jump rope like yours? So people started appreciating what I was doing, but they wanted to jump like me and wanted to learn how to jump. So if you listen to people or listen to the universe, it gives you the answer what kind of person you should be or what's your purpose. So my purpose was to inspire people with the jump rope and teach them that they could be a champion as well. So the jump rope was the tool that I used to inspire and motivate people, teach them about strength, their fitness, and how to be strong in mind, body, and spirit. And as a result, I was able to make an amazing living doing what it is that I love. And I guess I was meant to do. And so that's like, what's that, about 70 countries later, over 6,000 presentations performed before presidents, prime ministers, Olympic Games, trainer to all the Olympic teams, Michelle Obama, spokesperson, CrossFit expert for the world, TRX, different Olympic sports. And hey, what can I say? I mean, the jump rope taught me about life, taught me about myself, and it taught me that, hey, this is my purpose. I got to teach people how to jump to be the best version of themselves.
Hey, buddy, now you mentioned that you've been to over 70 countries and you've been in front of many notable people. What are some of the highlights of countries that you've been to, and what are some of the best engagements with people that you've had through jump rope?
Well, I would say Japan, Japanese, o genki desu ka? You know what that means? Arigato, doi tashimashite. So I went there. We started a jump rope craze there. And in the 2000 with my technology, I invented a new technology for the jump rope that revolutionized jump rope as you know it today. I would say Japan, Australia was amazing, New Zealand. And now I would have to say the latest is China. As you know, as you may not know, that China has mandated that every child must jump rope to pass from one grade to the next.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
lifestyle. So they have basically been reading my book for the past 11 years. And now they're interested in bringing my brand to teach people my system throughout all of China. So I would just have to say those are some of my favorite countries besides the USA. the greatest. This is where everybody wants to learn how to jump, to either lose weight, to become a better athlete, to become more fit, to become a better business person, and just to have fun. So the USA is just an amazing country because there's no roadblocks. You know, people see what it is that you represent. And when they see that you represent goodness and that you want to change people's lives, you want to make a difference, man, they break down color barriers, and that's why I love this exercise, because I've met so many amazing people around the world because of the rope. It brings people together. It brings the world together.
Wow, wow. You got me excited about jumping. In fact, I've been jumping. You taught me, in fact, the other day, because I still haven't made it past 10, but I will make it past 10 jumps in a row. So let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you faced in transition from the military to the business world.
Wow, challenges. Well, as I was saying before, guys, I was preparing myself already for the outside. So I was already starting my business inside the military. I was already doing commercials. And but I was excited to get out because they did the early out with Bill Clinton when he did the early out package for people. So I got out 11 years, and I had all these amazing offers to, teach college and stuff. But I say, no, man, I'm going to pursue my jump rope dream. But when you get out, let me tell you something. You realize that we have the most amazing armed forces on the planet.
Yes.
No one treats you like the United States Armed Forces. When you realize when you get out, you got to take care of your medical, and you realize how expensive it is for medical. And don't talk about dental. Oh my gosh. I went to dentists all the time. So when I got out, you talking about $2,000 and $3,000 for tooth. I was like, whoa. And then just what the government does as far as taking care of us for housing, VHA allowance, TAD allowance, all these amazing benefits that we get that we don't realize. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to make that much money. They just take care of you. And when you get out in the real world, you gotta you realize you gotta do some overtime working. You gotta work your butt off, and then you realize how blessed you were. So the challenges is that the people aren't the same. We come from a very, we come from an environment where there's a chain of command, there's respect, there's camaraderie, there's support. We're all one, And when you get on the outside, it's like competition. They don't care what you did when you were in the military.
Right.
So it's like you're all by yourself. So somebody help me. I need some Marines. I need some Army guys help me. And thank God for Donnell's Veterans Growing America. Boom, I got the support I'm looking for. I've been waiting for this for 30 years. And that's what Veterans Growing America means to me. It's like, wow, a family that has the same mindset, comes from the same mold, the same brotherhood, sisterhood. What an amazing organization that you have created. And this is what we all need. We need something that we can relate to, people we can relate to and talk to. So that's some of the challenges I met. And thank God, after 30 years, I'm home where I belong.
That's amazing. And that's a blessing just to be able to provide that type of information to the world. I'm just thinking about, 30 years of lifelong lessons that you have. Can you, so for the listeners, you're going to have athletes, you're going to have active duty members like myself, you're going to have veterans listening to this. What is some advice that you could give to them into being an athlete and then also in entrepreneurship?
Wow, great question. Great question. Let me just say this to you. I've done over 6,000 presentations. I got to say one of the best presentations before the president of the United States. And during, of course, Michelle Obama's, where I went around and did her Get Fit and Be Strong program and get America moving. And one of the things that I've learned in these many years of becoming the best version of myself is that the universe or God has already put this amazing gift already inside of us. And it's really up to us to choose how good we want to be or how average we want to be or what we want to do with this amazing gift inside of us. And the gift inside of us is that we're all superheroes, believe it or not. We can all be the best version of ourselves, but it's a choice on how much you're going to prepare, how much you're going to be committed, How are you going to stay consistent? How are you going to stay focused? And how are you going to fight and fight and fight and never, ever give up on what it is that you believe your purpose is? So we all have a purpose. And I think at the end of the day, no matter what that purpose is, it all comes back to us helping and loving one another.
I love that. You know, I love, how you brought it all together, when it comes to your military, which you've done, since you've been out of the military. Now, the third part of this is going forward. What are your future plans and goals for Buddy Lee and Buddy Lee's jump rope and all of that good stuff? Can you share with us what that looks like in the future for you?
Well, great question. Hey guys, I'm excited. And you know what I discovered in this amazing thing, this journey called life? That the more you do, the more you realize you haven't done anything. And what I realized is that all these amazing things I've done, I live in USA, I live in other countries, I still have so much work to do. And I have so much growing to do as for myself, because the one thing about the self is that, there's 10 different areas that we have to work on. So I'm excited because I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I mean, we're in a new time. The way they did business 10 years ago and marketing is totally different from today. I mean, this is an ever-changing landscape and you have to adapt. And so my mission now is about how do I continue to spread this message with movement of this simple, inexpensive, portable exercise called the jump rope, which is defined as the greatest exercise on the planet. So I'm excited because I'm partnering up with governments now. I'm partnering up with big sports organizations. And I'm going to partner up with Veterans Growing America. See, I believe that Veterans Growing America is one of the best things that could ever happen to our armed forces, women and men. Why? Because we're the real heroes. We're the real heroes. And Veterans Growing America is going to be that brand that promotes every individual hero of the Armed Forces of America. It's going to be the brand that they want in all the stores. In the, what's the military outlets called? What they call? The military
exchanges.
The exchanges. So imagine this. Veterans Growing America. I already told Donnell about this. I see it as a brand that integrates all the brands that he's promoting. And when they think of, when you go in the store, I want this purse from Veterans Growing America. I want this perfume. I want this jump rope, Veterans Growing America. It's going to be under one brand. And all of us get an opportunity to be exposed because our brand makes up Veterans Growing America. That's the same concept we live by in the military. We work as one, but we're made up of individual parts. And Veterans Growing America is comprised of many amazing brands and people, and I call them our real heroes of America, the real champions in life, the ones who give their life every day to protect and preserve our way of life. That's what I see in the future. And usually everything I see comes to a reality. So the question is, are you ready for it, Donnell?
America's ready for it, and we're about to give
right.
it to them. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen. And so it's a beautiful thing where we got, three gentlemen like us that are in belief together on what our future goals are, as far as coming to pass. And so I want to thank you, Buddy Lee, for being on the Veterans Growing America podcast.
Thank you.
Being a veteran that's growing America. That it means so much to me. And like you said, that's what we do, is we promote veterans that are growing America. That's all right. Under one roof, all throughout the United States. And so, and now the world, since Veterans Growing America is going to China and all of these other places with your jump rope, let's go.
Yeah, that's right. That's where we're going. and so many other places. It's just been a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community and making that winning difference.
Love that.
Hey, buddy, before we get out of here, where can we get a book and where can we get the jump rope?
You can go, we're on Amazon and also on buddyleejump.ropes.com.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it.
buddyleejump.ropes.com.
Hey, buddy, we want to thank you so much. We definitely appreciate your knowledge and wisdom. Thank you for sharing your journey. And we hope you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Donnell. Rope to success.
Love it. And Donnell, can you tell us a little bit more about how people can connect to Veterans Growing America?
So first and foremost, I want you guys to go to veteransgrowingamerica.com. If you're a veteran business owner, we need you to become a member of our organization. All you have to do is just click that membership button, as well as you can find us on all social media platforms, Veterans Growing America. If you Google us, you'll find us. Even if you put the word veterans in there, you're going to find Veterans Growing America. Hey, Rob, thank you, number one, for hosting today. Thank you, Buddy Lee, for being a part of something amazing. And all we got to do is what?
Shop, baby.
Shop, baby.
Over and